Hello everyone, welcome to EduChats. Today we will discuss about an important notification regarding your essay, Précis and letter writing. So friends, you are having your examination tomorrow, that is on 26th November. So we are here to bring you a most wanted and most effective session on essay, Précis and letter writing. So this is your general English paper, and tomorrow you are having your examination. That is why we have prepared it for you, just for you today. So let us have a discussion. Welcome to the new channel of EduChance. First of all, we'll discuss about the syllabus. So the syllabus for your subject is under the Odisha Education Service School Branch Group 2, and as far as educational studies, General English and GK are concerned, General English holds 100 marks, right? Out of which 50 marks are for essay and 50 marks for both Précis and letter. So let us start about essay. Many students has asked about the expected essay topics. So I have pointed out some important essay topics on which you can prepare some related data, some related figures, so that you can make a good essay at your examination. So first essay would be suggested one and expected one, women empowerment. Now see, if expected essay topic doesn't mean that women empowerment is a topic that must come in your examination. No, it's not. They can ask you regarding women empowerment, women harassment, the position of women in India, right? So they can ask differently. But if you have already learned about women empowerment, you have collected data regarding women empowerment, then definitely you can write according to the topic and you can add those points in the same essay, right? Second one is COVID-19 and its impact. COVID-19 as a specific topic which is not only for the 19, I mean for 2019, but it is for every aspect of your examination, that COVID-19 may be asked in the essay topic, right? Its impact, how it came into the world as well as in India, right? What are the impacts on students, on business person, on different IT firms, right? Then third one, Russia Ukraine war and aftermath. What happened to Russia and Ukraine war? Then what are its effects on the business market, right? On the international market. Then fourth one, the most important, National Education Policy 2020 and future of Indian education. So what are the recommendations of National Education Policy 2020 regarding school education, regarding higher education, regarding vocational education as well as teacher education? Then RT Act 2009, Right to Education Act 2009, otherwise known as RCFCE Act, Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education 2009. So it may be asked as the provisions as well as the shortcomings of RT. Next one is global warming and related factors, right? Global warming, what is global warming? What are its factors? What are different type of pollutions, right? So they can ask anything about it. Then seventh one, e-business and online gaming. Today is the world of the time of internet, the time of electronic. Everything is becoming electronic. Payments, right? Mail, gaming, everything is e-business, email, everything is electronic. And what are its impact? Online gaming, etc. Then cybercrime. As I have already told you, this is the era of internet. So internet crime is also growing up. So cybercrime, phishing, etc. They can ask you about it. You can, prepare a list. As per my list, you can also prepare some notes regarding it. You can prepare out some data so that you can put it on your essay while you write. Online education during COVID-19, what are its merits, what are its demerits, what are your suggestions to improvise online education, etc. Then Indian space programs and their achievements. ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, has initiated many programs and successfully completed many missions. So you have to read something about the ISRO and their programs so that you can write something on space programs too. Then privatization and its impact on education. What is privatization? Privatization in education, and what are its impacts, right? Because many people can't afford private education, and on the other hand you can see that government institution doesn't have that much facility as well as seats to provide to all children. That is why privatization is also important, but it has its own drawback. Then last one is vote bank politics. Vote bank politics means different political groups are favoring some issues and favoring some sentiments of the people to attract the voters, to gain the attention of voters so that they will get vote accordingly. That is why it is known as vote bank. It may ask about you the vote bank. These are some expected essay topic. What I am saying is you should prepare some notes regarding, I mean, at least you can prepare 10 points of each essay topic that I have given here, so that you can have at least one essay in your three alternative essays. They will ask you three or two essay topic, they will assign you, and you have to choose only one. So as per me, if you will prepare these things, then definitely you will get one. Okay, so let us move to the next slide. Some tips and tricks for your essay. First point and the foremost point is don't panic. Don't panic. What people do in the examinations, they see the exam paper, they see the essay topic, they get the paper, then they start feeling panic. They feel panic because they think that no, I don't know about the topic, what should I write, I'm nowhere now, right? No, don't panic. You know everything. The only thing you have to do is just arrange your points, just be calm, right? Then start writing what you already know, then explain beautifully, present like you know everything. Okay, then choose an appropriate essay topic out of the alternatives given as per your suitability. Already there are some alternatives given, so you have to choose appropriate essay topic which you feel that it is suitable for you. Then make your own points by making a clear picture of the topic. Make your own points. What are your topics in your mind? You can jot it down in a rough paper so that you can arrange it properly. Write down your own points in a clear manner. In a clear manner. Don't confuse it with many ideas, right? To make your essay more eye-catching, cite some quotes, dialogues, shlokas, etc. You can cite some quotes of APJ Abdul Kalam, Vivekananda ji, and Gandhi ji, right? So you can cite in many of them, or many personalities from the world perspective like Barack Obama, Nelson Mandela. You can cite their quotes. You can use some dialogues, or you can cite some shlokas also, right? It will make your essay more eye-catching. Then always use some factual data or statistical data or survey reports for supplementing your essay. So you have to collect some factual data. What are the facts? Then some statistical data if you have some, or you it is the time, it is the prime time to collect the statistical data regarding the topic. As I have already told you, I have given 12 topics. You can collect some statistical data, factual data right on here, right? So that you can arrange it on your paper, right? So statistical data is a must. While you give statistical data, the examiner will feel, yes, this person or this candidate is having exact knowledge about the topic, and as he has provided the data, so he or she must have some knowledge regarding the topic, right? Then survey reports, many survey reports, many indexes, many reports, or statistical reports are being published, so you can take any of them to supplement your essay. Then second one, to make an abstract of the essay, you can draw some charts, diagrams and pictures. Now here abstract means when an examiner checks your copy or reads your essay, then he directly comes to the first paragraph and see what you have written. If you have written like uh, women is a very important part of our life, women are so and so, then he or she will definitely move on, because she already knew, or he already knew that you have just started writing like a child, you are just writing like a kid. So it's not a matured person's writing. So you have to make your abstract, you have to make your introduction, or you have to make the first paragraph of your essay eye catching. And after that you have to put some chart, some diagram or some picture to it, so that the examiner will see, yes, the child or the examiner is having a great mindset, that he has drawn diagram chart showing the interrelationship of the concepts. You have to present your concept in a diagram, in a chart, or in a picture, right? It is important. For every new idea, make separate paragraph. Don't amalgamate all the ideas in one paragraph. Okay, first write one paragraph regarding one idea. If your idea changes, then make a new paragraph, right? Then give conclusion or suggestion to your essay at the end. At the end, don't write like introduction, body, conclusion. Don't write like that. To conclude, to wind up, right? To give verdict, or in my opinion, like this. To suggest. So you can write like this. You can conclude your essay. You can suggest some remedial measures to your essay, and end up there. Don't write thank you and all. So, right? Okay. Now we have finished. So I have made one simple essay for you, simple one and sample one, you can say. Women empowerment. It is a simple topic, but I have prepared, as I have already told you, right? So let us start. Women empowerment. The topic is women empowerment. So you can start with any quotations, any slokas or any dialogues. But I have started with a shloka. Yatra naryashu pasjante ramante tatra devata. The above cited. Now I have started like writing introduction, but I have not here like I have not written like introduction. You don't have to write that you are writing an introduction, right? You don't have to write like this. Just start writing. Yatra naristu pujyante ramante tatra devata. The above cited shloka means where women are honored, divinity blossoms, and where woman is dishonored, all action, no matter how noble, remain unfruitful. Reality is hard to swallow, but in India, the above statement and its essence really fails largely. It has been a country of suppression and humiliation for the females. The world has reached to a new era of life, but nothing has changed for the horizon of a girl in India. So, what the first paragraph means is the introduction. I have cited the shloka and written the meaning of it, right? Then I have attracted the mind to the current position of women in India. Okay, what a woman or what a female in India is having, right? Then in the next paragraph, I have changed the idea. Let us have a discussion on some reports on females in India. I have given some reports on female in India. As per the census report 2011, females constituted 48.5% of the total population. In the sex ratio is seen to be, in case of female in India, I mean the sex ratio is to be 943 in case of female in India. That means in every 1,000 male there are 943 females. The life expectancy at birth for female during the 2016 and 20 session is projected to be 71.46 life expectancy rate. Likewise, in the field of education, the literacy rate of females are 64.63% as compared to 80.9% in case of male. Here male is having more literacy rate than female, right? And the female education is just lower than the male, and it is growing, but this is the data to show how the gender gap plays a major role. Okay, so this was the introduction what I have written. You can write of your own. Then coming to the next slide, now you have to change again, you have to change your idea again now. But now the earlier part was dealing with the uh, you know the like the work that we are not doing, the steps that we are not taking towards women empowerment, they are neglected. So here in the next part I will now change to the idea that how women empowerment can be done in India, right? But now the time has changed, and as Gandhiji said, be the change you want to see in the world around you. Now I have again cited a dialogue. That is why I have just put that as one single inverted comma, so that it can be no it should not be a definition. It is just a dialogue, right? So Gandhiji said, "Be the change you want to see in the world around you. Be the change. Don't say others to change. Change yourself so that others would change accordingly." Women has to take a step ahead of for themselves. Women has to take step for themselves, right? Until and unless they will change, the world would not change for them. Not for the first time, we have seen some tremendous achievement of women in India in recent times. Not for the first time, but we have seen many achievements that women are having in India recent times. Though we have already seen major issues, though we have already seen women harassment in India, but still we have also witnessed some achievements, right? So we will now cite some of the examples here in this paragraph. Now see, the idea is changing, so the paragraph is also changing. Nirmala Sitharaman, the first woman to be a full-time defense minister. Pratibha Patil, the first woman president of India. Lieutenant Bhavna Kasturi, first female to lead the Indian Army's Service Corps contingent, and Captain Divya Ajit, who led a contingent in Indian Army Day Parade. Right. So these are some great women who are the exemplars of women. There are number of athletes including Anju Bobby George, Hima Das, Mary Kom, Mirabai Chanu, PV Sindhu, who brought glories to the country in the field of athlete. And finally, who are unaware of the toppers of UPSC like Shruti Sharma recently, Tina Dabi, Shushti Deshmukh, they are also the toppers of UPSC, right? So these are some data that will give a boost to your essay. Now coming to the third and final slide, that you have to provide a picture or a diagram that I have already told you. The government is trying to give women equality and dignity through various schemes and policies. Definitely government is trying to boost up women empowerment. That is why they have given many of the schemes. Some of them are highlighted below. I have just cited 4 examples. You can cite more than that. Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, Shakti scheme in Odisha, SHG self-help group support, one-stop center for nursing mothers, right? So these are some schemes provided by government. Now finally, conclusion. I should not write conclusion. I will write to conclude, right? To conclude, it is the need of the hour to aware the entire country about the rights of every individual, whether it is female or male. In our country, there are enough resources to fulfill everyone's need, but no one's greed, as Gandhiji stated about. Again, I have cited a dialogue from Gandhiji. There are enough resources in our country to fulfill everyone's need, but no one's greed. Women must be empowered to contribute at every possible field of the country's development. So this was the greatest statement that you have to provide. The last concluding statement should be very clear. So my last statement was, women must be empowered to contribute at every possible field of the country's development. They must be, given support. They must be given some scope to come forward and to the mainstream, right? This was my topic and this was my essay, right? So you have to write like that. I hope it is clear. Now coming to Précis. What is Précis and what should we do? What should we write in the Précis? Précis, sorry, the mistake is Précis is. Précis is a formal and short writing basically used for administrative purpose. It is used for administrative purpose only, so it is very much formal. You don't talk to your boss like, okay, you do this, okay, you do that. No, you don't talk to your boss in a, you know mm, in a like tragic manner, in a confused manner. You talk to him or her, you talk to your boss clearly. What you want, you should directly say, sir, I want this, sir, I want to go, sir, I want to leave, right? Formal, short and lucid, clear. It should be formal, short and clear. It is generally written one third of the total passage. It is generally written, not exactly, but it is generally written one third of the total passage. The passage you'll have to read, and you have to count the words. How many words are written in the passage? Or if it is given like 270 words, it is already written. If it is already written, then it is well and good. If it is not written, then you have to the words count the words and divide it by 3. If it is 300 words, then make it 100 words. You have to write Précis in 100 words. And always focus on words. Kindly focus on words, because sometimes people don't go for words, they just put the important points in a line, in a paragraph, and make it a Précis. No, this is not the right way to present a Précis. First of all, try to read the passage mindfully and note down the important points of the passage. Right? First, try to read the passage mindfully. Don't panic. Again, I am telling you, don't panic. Don't be in a hurry. Read the passage carefully and mindfully. After that, note down every important point that you feel important. Some people, what they do, they note down every point, then again they write the every point again into the same space, and finally they find it like, again I have written the same passage again. No, 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 don't write the same passage again, because all the points are important. You have to make it short. Don't put your own opinion, don't put your own judgment, just write what the passage is talking about, but you have to make it short, make it clear. Then try to find a suitable and attractive title of your Précis. Write a title that will attract your the reader, right? Now see, whenever you see a movie, whenever you read a novel, you are attracted to the title, you are attracted to the wallpaper, right? Why? Because it is that much attractive, it is that much suitable. So you have to make your title that much good and attractive, so that the viewer or the reader will be attracted to your Précis, right? Write your title at the center and underline it. As I have already told you, you have to find a suitable title, write it at the center and underline it properly. I will show you how I have done, right? Before writing the final Précis, make sure you have noted the important points on your copy. So before writing your final Précis, you should make some points in your rough space. If you have already given the rough space at the last page, then it is well and good. If it is not given in the last page, then you have to write at the last page rough, then make a rough. Finally, when you complete your rough, then make it a proper Précis at the space given. Okay, it will help you to compile a Précis. Then start writing the Précis. It should be then. Then start writing the Précis with the major ideas or points or thrust areas of the topic. Then start writing your Précis. In your Précis, you should always focus on the major ideas. Don't go here and there. Don't write the nonsense points. Only write the sense points. Only write the major ideas that you have already noted down, and thrust areas of the topic. Start with the major idea and then end with the major idea. Don't talk, you know, nonsense. Only talk about the sense. Talk about the major idea. Don't write anything irrelevant, because it will just waste your words. You have limited words. You have only 100 to 120 or 150 words, so it is very few to convey all the ideas. So you have to make all the points, all the major points count, and directly write the major points. Never put your own views, sentiments or experience in Précis. Never put your own views, like I think it should be done like this. No, 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 don't put your own views. Don't put your own sentiments. If it is talking about interrelation between India and Pakistan, don't put your own sentiments and don't go into the situation, right? Write what is already being given to you, right? Then only write the points given in the passage in your own words. I have made it capital because you have to write in your own words. Don't copy the passage. Don't pick up a line of the passage then paste it in the Précis. Don't do that. Examiner is also a talented person. He is very active. He is observing every activity of yours. That is why don't pick a line and then copy it in your Précis. Don't do that. Write what you understand from the topic in your own word. Sometimes people worry about the grammatical errors. Yes, grammar is important in writing, but grammar, it is given secondary priority, but your priority is given to the idea. So if you are having some vocabulary, if you are having some English word in your mind, then you can put it in your language and make it a Précis, but don't worry about the grammar at all. But if you have grammar in your mind, then it is well and good, and it will give you some extra mark, right? So whatever language you are having, whatever vocabulary you are having, whatever you can write with your own words, write that one. And sometimes use some good words, but don't put some jargons, don't put some phrasal verbs, don't put some difficult words, so that the reader may be confused. And basically reader knows about the jargons, but he will directly point out that, as I have already told you, it is you are writing a Précis for administrative purpose. So your writing should be clear, that it must be understandable to all the readers, right? Last but not the least, most important thing is count the total number of words at the end of your Précis and write it in a box. Count the total number of words you have written in a Précis. Say for example, the passage was around 300 words. So you have to write your Précis within 100 words, right? 100 or 110. So you have already written the words. Now you have to count how many words I have written. So you have to write in a box at the end, like 108 words. Okay, I will show you a sample here. It is a sample Précis. Just look at this once. I will just read it out. English education and English language have done immense goods to India. In spite of their glaring drawbacks, the notions of democracy and self-government are the born of English education. Those who fought and died for Mother India's freedom were nursed in the cradle of English thought and culture. The West has made a contribution to the East. The history of Europe has fired the hearts of our leaders. Our struggle for freedom has been inspired by the struggle for freedom in England, America, and France. If our leaders were ignorant of English, and if they had not studied this language, how could they have been inspired by this heroic struggle for freedom in other lands? English, therefore, did us great good in the past, and if properly studied, will do immense good in future. English is spoken throughout the world for international contract or our commerce and trade, for the development of our practical ideas, for the scientific studies. English is indispensable. English is very much rich in literature. Our own literature has been made richer by this foreign language. It will really be a fatal day if we altogether forget Shakespeare, Milton, Keats and Shaw. Basically, to be frank, I have not written this passage. This passage is being retrieved from Google itself. But what I am trying to say is, look at this passage. This is not Précis, this is a passage. Okay, the passage, the question is given. This is a passage, you have to write a Précis out of it. So total they have given 190 words, right? Total there are 190 words, so you have to make it around 70 words, below than 70 words, right? Below than 70 words, but more than 65 words. 65 to 70 words. You can just be one or two word odd, but it should be around that. So what I have written like this, now you have to picturize what you should write. Now the viewers, those who are watching this video, they should at least frame a title of this Précis. What I have already told you, you have to frame a good attractive title to this topic. Then you have to start collecting the important information and writing it in your own words. Okay, so let me show you what I have written for you. Now I have chosen the topic English language, the treasure of knowledge. This is my topic. Now see, I have written in the center. I have written the topic in the center and underline it properly. So you have to write like this: English language, colon, the treasure of knowledge. Now give a space, give some space, then start writing from here. You can write from here or you can write from here. That doesn't matter. Start something very very related to the topic. Don't go here and there, just write the major points, then cover it up within 70 words as I already told you. Though it has many drawbacks, yet English is a passport to the world of knowledge. Now see, the whole paragraph was talking about the essence of English language. That is why I have written English is a passport to the world of knowledge. From the English literature, we have learned the notion of freedom, struggle, and of course education. So from the English literature and Britishers itself, we have learned freedom, struggle, and course of action. See, everything is written in that passage. I am just citing my own languages or my own words, right? English literature is a full of treasure of wisdom and a pathfinder. English literature is full of wisdom, full of knowledge, and it is a pathfinder for our leaders also. It is helpful in nearly every field, whether it is communication, trade and commerce or education. It is helpful in the field of communication, trade, commerce, education, etc. It has provided India with many ideas pertaining to the world of knowledge and international relations. It has helped India in the world of knowledge as well as international relations. So around 70 words are written here. So this was my Précis in total. A proper topic underlined at the center, then write in a single paragraph. Try to write in a single paragraph if it is within 150 words. If it is within 150 or 100 words, 100 to 150 words you can write in a single paragraph. If it is more than that, the Précis, and as far as I know that your Précis will be around 100 to 150 words, not more than that. So if it is so, then you will have to write in a paragraph. If it is longer than that, then you have to make another paragraph, but it is not needed right now. You have to write the total number of word counts as I have already written here, 70 words. Next, letter writing, which is the last part. Letter writing, what is letter writing? You know very well: application writing, letter writing, formal letter writing, informal letter writing. Now we will here discuss a sample of letter writing, the most important, the most trending, which every examiner is asking in writing examinations, write a letter to the editor of Times of India inviting their attention towards the increasing accidents in your locality. Now see, editor, letter to the editor is common, very common nowadays. So there is a chance that again they will give you some alternative 2 or 3 letters, out of which you have to answer only one. So I am expecting that one letter to the editor would be coming in your examination. I am not assuring, but I am just it is my assumption that it may come, it may not come, but you have to prepare one for editor. So let us see how we will write. Now according to the new format, we have to write everything at the in the left, right? So this is the sender's address, 123 Barbati Road, Cuttack, pin code. If you can put your name here, suppose Mr. Say for example um, uh, Mr. Baman Arora, Mr. Baman Arora, whatever the name may be, Mr. Baman Arora, then address and so and so, but it is optional, you can put it here or not. So you have to write at the in the left, top left corner, right, the address, then give a space, then write the date, 25th November 2022, then give a space, to the editor, no comma, no full stop, right, to the editor, Times of India, New Delhi, and the pin code, then give a space, then cite the subject, attention towards increasing number of road accidents in our locality. Just make it short, make it meaningful, and the subject should be clear enough to understand the whole application. Now sir or madam, whoever that may be, sir, for some months past, comma, we have been witnessing road accidents frequently in our locality, and even these were published in your newspaper. The number of vehicles have been growing rapidly, as in every home at least 2 vehicles are found. The drivers are not so attentive while riding, or are fascinated by rash and curve driving. According to the recent report, around 30 people die due to road accident in our state. So in this first paragraph, I have given the due information regarding what is happening in our locality and the reason of it, right? Then the second paragraph is starting with, the authorities seem to be alive to this problem. Traffic rules are enforced by the traffic police on important roads and crossings. They are more oriented towards helmet and seat belt checking instead of safety of the riders and pedestrians. Now I have cited the problem with the authority and what the traffic police are doing. Okay. Now I have cited the needful attention of the editor. Now I will write what they can do. It is hoped that you will give attention to this issue in your prestigious newspaper and make people and the authority aware about the shortcomings of irresponsible driving. I have written what I want from them, what I expect from the editor. I expect them to give attention to this issue so that they will publish an article regarding it and they will aware the people regarding the irresponsible driving. Then definitely try to put this one, thanking you, yours truly, then your name, if you have some designation like deputy collector or whatever your position is, BDO, if you are council member, if you are a lecturer, if you are a politician, right, you have to put your designation here, right, put your designation here. So now one point I should tell you, that this is just a sample. I have just make it short, but according to the mark distribution, if it is for 25 marks, then you have to write a bit longer. If it is for 10 marks, then it is okay. If it is for 15 or 20 marks, again you have to enlarge it. So make it meaningful, or make it a proper letter according to the mark distribution only, right? So now we will discuss some expected letters. First, to the editor of newspaper. Second, letter to the DO, BO director from the headmaster or principal. Now see, if I mean, you are preparing for OES examination for school branch. Definitely you are going to be posted as headmasters, BOs, TOs, and so on. So it is your duty to know how to write a letter to the DEO, to the BEO, to the director of secondary education or higher education, whatever the concerned authority would be, from being an HM or principal. So this is the most important letter. You have the time for tomorrow. If you want guys to send you a letter regarding this one, then just subscribe the channel and join the telegram group. I will share the letter in your telegram group only. Okay, so you have to find there. So if you want, then you can comment in the chat box also that yes, we want that one, and you can join the telegram so that I can share it with you on our telegram group. Next one is letter to principal of school or college. They may ask you, write a letter to the principal of college or school asking the issue. Okay, anything. The issue may be for remitting your fees, or promoting, or the hostel facilities, to provide you a hostel, or some issues related to hostel. Okay, then letter to publisher of books. Publisher of book, they may ask you some letter. They may ask you to write a letter to any of the publisher house to issue some books. Then finally, letter to local authority like panchayat, like sarpanch, or like BDO. You can write to them for some issues and how to solve them. Great. So we have all set, and I wish you all the best for tomorrow's examination. And we have done as per the need. We have tried to convey all the ideas that we have. And lastly, try and fail, but never fail to try, by me itself, Sam. So thank you everyone, and I wish you all the best for your examination tomorrow and day after tomorrow. But one thing you have to do, subscribe the channel and let me know in the comment box if you want GK education class for tomorrow class. Okay, I will make another video on that if you guys will tell me whether I should make a video or not. If you need that one, then definitely I will make a video out of it. Thank you again.